during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom.
Get ready to get healthy. Get ready to get fit. Get ready to take charge of your health. Get ready to listen, learn, and live healthier, because your health is your wealth. It's time for some information and inspiration. It's time to talk about health and nutrition. Nutrition for your body, for your mind, for your spirit. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, supplementation for when you don't. Let's Talk Nutrition. Scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Daily prizes and giveaways. Follow Dr. Garko on Twitter at Dr. Garko and on Facebook at facebook.com/Dr. Michael Garko. Now, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
So how contaminated is your kitchen? Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Great to be with you. I'm going to be reporting on a story, a study, that was an interesting experiment. And foodborne illness can be a big issue. People can get awfully sick and can end up even dying. So, and people assume many times, incorrectly or erroneously, that their kitchen is pretty sanitary. You might be better off eating in the bathroom. You'll see. So we'll get into that. I hope you're having a good day and a start to your day. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition. If you just happened to fumble upon the show, fooling with the radio, or you were on the internet streaming and you came across the show, I don't know if would that be possible? Probably not. But we do stream, so you can watch the show at letstalknutrition.com. I'll do a little follow-up on my theme yesterday. If you listened, caught the show or watched it, I was talking about eating and drinking our way into illness and disease. I should have added early death. Is there a way out? There is a way out, and I talked about it yesterday in broad strokes. And I'll do a follow-up to that today, because there was a study that was trending, comes out of King's College London. There's always some research coming out of that outfit, talking about a healthy diet and reducing cardiovascular disease by a third in people over in their 40s. So we'll take a look at that. See, nutrition keeps coming up all the time, here and there, hither and yon. Yeah. And that's something about which you can do something, right? As well as your lifestyle. 877-897-8255 is a toll-free number, no charge. Website is free, too. We don't ask for your firstborn to get onto our website. Some of these sites, they invite you to go there, and then it's like a mortgage payment. What? You don't invite people to, it's like inviting people to come to your home for dinner and then you charge them. You give them a bill. What's up with that? That's impolite. You don't ask people to go to your website and then you ring them up like a pinball machine. What's the matter with you? Please. Ours is free, and so are my articles. Although there is some psychology about if you give it away, people don't value it. Right? So I don't know. You sort of get caught in that. Oh, it's free. It must not be very good if it's free. Although people like free stuff. We know that because we just know that. 877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK. Call the show anytime you want. The lines are always open for your thoughts, whatever's on your mind, that is, what might be concerning you, or your contribution to the topic we're going to explore on any given day. And boy, we cover the bases around here. as many people now have come to know. Okay, quiz time. They got rid of the bell. I was looking for the bell. They got rid of the bell. Do you see the bell around? No, they got rid of it. Too bad. It's quiz time, Stephen and John. And we're in the kitchen today. If you had to guess, what do you think is the most contaminated area or item in a kitchen?
Sponge.
Good guess. You're close. John?
I already know the answer. It's not fair.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You do know the answer.
But because I'm from a culinary background, I would have almost disagreed with this.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It is.
Cutting board?
No.
That's another good guess.
That's a really good guess, but this is going to make you go, oh, my Lord.
You're not going to believe it. So you're in the kitchen. How many of you have done this? Let's say you're preparing some meat, ground beef or something. You're making meatloaf or you're cutting chicken. And then you know how you get something on your hands. You go to the sink, wash them. You pick up a towel, dry them off. And then you continue. Go on to the salad, whatever.
All the time.
All the time people do this. And then when they clean up at the end, they eat dinner, wash the dishes, put everything away, fold up the towel, put it on the rack, and they're done. And what I just described to you was the item. It's the towel. The towel in this experiment became the contamination hazard in the kitchen. If you're watching the show, the study came out of Kansas State, K-State Research and Extension. We have the press release from that outfit, that university. And you see the kitchen towel on the rack. And you would never believe it, right?
How many times have we watched on television these cooking shows?
The
and
cooking
we watch
shows.
These open kitchens, like, I can't mention names on air, but
Right.
there's tons of these restaurants.
Oh.
And you see them wash, and then they wipe their hands.
Right. And they lay the towel down. They go on to move to something else.
Not only that, but they'll use their knives or whatever. They wipe it right on that towel
Yes, on the
after
towel.
cutting, and then, back to work.
Oh, Lord.
Good point.
have mer-
Good
Thanks
point.
For, that's, I was a germ phobe before.
Now
it's
I
even
got you really
worse.
paranoid.
I mostly use paper towels. I use the
will
dish
be
towel mainly for wiping down drying off the wash dishes.
I go through enough paper towels to burn down the city where I live.
Me too.
I use paper towels.
Yeah.
And when I use a towel, when I'm cooking, when I'm done at the end of the day, at that meal for the cooking where I'm preparing, I put the towel in the hamper. I don't use it.
No.
I might wipe out the sink with it at the end.
But you're still spreading the germs.
You're still contaminating then. It's called cross-contamination. If we have them, I have the full study in front of me. I'm holding it up. There it is. This is the actual study.
Will that be on your Facebook page?
I'll have to send you the link. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, thanks.
I forgot to send that to you. I have the abstract or the press release. And so here's what they did. The Food Safety Research Team used video observations to show people touching kitchen towels before washing their hands or using towels after washing their hands inadequately. And they said even after properly washing their hands, they would reuse the infected towel and contaminate themselves all over again. Researchers believe that cloth towels can quickly and easily become contaminated at significant levels, they said, including microorganisms that potentially lead to foodborne illness, end quote. Okay, here's another quiz question, another part of the house. Public bathrooms. What do you think is the most sanitary way to wash and dry your hands in a public bathroom?
You don't.
Oh, my God.
You don't know what to do. You're like this. You try and open the door with your elbow.
No, you use the hot water.
Okay, well, wait. What do you think it is? Do you think a a towel that they sometimes put in the bathroom, the dryer, the blow dryer, or paper towels. Of those three, which one is the most sanitary?
Paper towel.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think I heard of the study of this one before.
Yeah, I reported on it.
Yeah, the blower recirculates the air inside.
Puts all those germs right back on your hands.
Yes, thank you.
Yummy.
Sheldon was right from The Big Bang Theory.
Right, see. Come back, I'll give you some tips about how to be a little more sanitary in the kitchen. I know people that even wear rubber gloves when they cook. I don't know what's up with that. But
No, we do.
do you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Come back, I'll give you some tips. Maybe I'll help prevent you from getting sick. It won't ruin your evening after you have your dinner.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Xenia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Xenia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Xenia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Xenia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Xenia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, collagen, and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you are strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Xenia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Xenia by name. Start taking Xenia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
Hi, I'm Jordan Rubin, founder and CEO of Garden of Life. Oceans 3 was created with a simple premise in mind. Develop a line of premium omega-3 fish oil formulations that met or exceeded the market leader in quality, and then go beyond omega-3 by providing amplified benefits and value to the consumer. Oceans 3 contains ultra-pure, high-potency fish oil, along with astaxanthin and fucoxanthin. Each of these ingredients, when taken individually, have superb benefits. When they are combined into the exciting compound omega-xanthin, they work synergistically to amplify their already amazing benefits. In addition to the synergy of omega-xanthin, Oceans 3 offers unrivaled purity and greater value than the leading omega-3 fish oils available today, making the Oceans 3 family of products the best choice for anyone looking to add a healthy dose of omega-3 fats and a giant dose of extraordinary health to their lives.
Medi-C Plus. The C in Medi-C Plus stands for vitamin C, and the plus stands for lysine. Did you know vitamin C is arguably the most important water-soluble antioxidant in the human body? Or that we cannot produce vitamin C on our own like animals do? We need Medi-C Plus to meet our daily needs. Medi-C Plus provides the body with a high concentration of vitamin C and lysine, which work together to build collagen for optimal heart health. Dr. Gifford Jones, graduate of the Harvard Medical School, developed Medi-C Plus after his own heart attack 16 years ago. With the help of Medi-C Plus, Dr. Gifford Jones is now a healthy 91 years old. But Medi-C Plus is not just for heart health. Medi-C Plus also benefits your immune system, vision, promotes healthy skin, provides support for healthy teeth and gums, healthy joints, and much more. So make Medi-C Plus part of your daily routine and enjoy healthy living. Medi-C Plus at your local vitamin discount center and all fine health food stores. You can also order online at mymedi-c.com or call toll-free at 1-844-871-0069. Are you looking for a product that will aid weight loss both safely and naturally? That will stimulate your metabolism and reduce the absorption of fat from food? Then look no further than Right Way Nutrition. As featured on national daytime health shows, Right Way Nutrition is a premium dietary and nutritional supplement provider who believes the best form of encouragement is results. Right Way Nutrition aims to provide customers with the most superior and effective products available. Right Way Nutrition's 100% pure green coffee bean extract with Svetol does just that. While green coffee bean extract may not be new to the scene, Right Way Nutrition offers a new and improved formula of green coffee bean extract infused with their trademark ingredient Svetol, which is proven to be a vital ingredient for successful weight loss results. Right Way Nutrition provides you with a fast-acting, healthy, effective green coffee bean extract proven to naturally and safely aid weight loss. Your search for the perfect natural weight loss supplement is over. Right Way Nutrition's 100% pure green coffee bean extract with Svetol will help you reach all your weight loss goals.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. Garden of Life, empowering extraordinary health. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Flexin, the joint health experts. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Contaminated kitchens, especially the towel. Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. You got to be careful when you're cooking in the kitchen. Use paper towels. The cloth towel, yes, but you run a risk of cross-contamination. This was a study out of Kansas State University. I sent the full study to one of my technical producers in the studio, John, who does the streaming for the show. He's going to post that for us on my Facebook page. You'll have the full article. You can go read it yourself. And let me tell you more about this study. So here's another quiz question, fellas, meaning the guys in the studio with me. What do people take with them into the kitchen that they use all the time? When they don't use it for cooking, but they have it with them all the time and they take it into the kitchen?
Phone.
Thank you. Yeah. Cell phone. Check this out. In this experiment, what they all said, they had two groups, a control group which did not receive the treatment. That's what we do in experiments. And then the experimental group that got the treatment. What was the treatment? They got an education program on how to be more sanitary when cooking. Apparently it paid off. And then they videotaped these people preparing meat, either ground meat or chicken, and making a meal. Here's one of the things they observed, Stephen and John. They observed that while people were cooking, they pulled out their cell phone during the food preparation. And then the question's asked, where was that cell phone before you walked into the kitchen? Here's what one of the researchers in the study say. We often take our cell phones and tablets into the kitchen, Dr. Sneed said. But what about all the other places we take them? Think of how many times you see someone talking on their cell phone in places such as the bathroom, where microorganisms such as norovirus and E. coli are commonly found, end quote. So you're cooking and you decide, I need to call and then you call. And you got the phone in your hand. The phone is more contaminated than a nuclear dump, right?
Yes.
You're talking on the phone, handling the phone, put the phone down, and then you start to handle the food.
It's worse than that. A lot of people now use their phones to grab the recipes that they're making the dinner. So you're actively touching the phones and then back to the food, touching the phone, back to the food.
Absolutely. You see what happens? And then you get sick, or you wake up the next day with a severe headache and you're not well. You say, what was wrong with that meal? Maybe the food was fine, but you contaminated yourself in some form or fashion in preparing the food. But the towel, in this experiment, the towel ended up being the most contaminated item. And how many people use that towel and then hang it up on a rack for the next day? Oh, I see. You want those bacteria to grow overnight, which they will. Oh, my goodness.
I am literally texting my wife now to tell her to throw away every towel we have for the kitchen.
I use paper towels. And let me ask, your son is a chef or a cook?
He's a culinary, yes.
He's in culinary school or whatever. Do you all have, what kind of cutting boards do you, John and Steve, do you have at home?
Stone.
Glass, wood, stone, what?
Stone.
I've got one of the bad ones, a plastic one.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know, because they cut all those grooves and then things live in there. Yeah, I'm aware.
I have a glass one.
I had a glass one, but I broke it.
And I had two. I dropped, it shattered on the floor. I've been picking up glass shards for the last 6 months. I keep finding them all over the place.
Yeah.
It's shattered. I have two of them. It's beautiful. It's nice. And I wash it every night. when I'm done cooking, I have an alcohol spray bottle, and I spray down the counters, and I wipe it with a paper towel, and I spray the cutting board with the alcohol, wipe it down. I know I'm obsessive.
Yeah, but I use the vegetable wash to clean my stone.
So what is it? A piece of marble or something?
Yeah, it's like a piece of marble. It's compressed glass is what it is.
Okay. That's another contamination hazard. Okay, so do you happen to have a picture of that full study? If you're watching the show, John's going to show you.
I had to convert it to an image.
He's trying to convert. It's a PDF file. He's converting it. In that study, it's a full study. It'll be on. He'll post it up on my Facebook page. He's always good at that. They'll give you some recommendations. Let me briefly share some of them with you. Here's what they recommend, if I can get my mitts on it. They say, wash your hands, don't just splash and dash. You should wash your hands, Dr. Sneed says, as soon as you get into the kitchen, and do so with soap and water. Secondly, wash your cloth towels. This Kansas State study identified, as I told you, cloth towels as the most common contaminated surface, and I do not reuse them. One time, food preparation, and then put them in a hamper. Sponges. You know that sponge that you bought? You've been using it for the last 6 months. If you were to put that baby under a microscope, you would probably wig out. I buy sponges by the packs. Change them all the time.
1 week. We use it for a week.
And throw them out. I know they look brand new.
Yeah, but if you microwave them for 2 minutes after
I didn't know that. We'll come back.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no farther than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation so you can get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Over the past 60 years, I have prescribed and been introduced to countless health therapies from around the world. I formulated Medi-C Plus, a natural remedy with high amounts of vitamin C and lysine for maintaining strong bones, cartilage, teeth, and gums, and aiding in collagen formation. Now in my 90s, Medi-C Plus is my insurance for the maintenance of good health. Make Medi-C Plus a part of your daily health routine too.
Available at health food stores and specialty pharmacies.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to improve even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good look. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the result. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Renew Life, the Digestive Care Company, Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing, Greens Plus, superfood for super health, Medi-C Plus, for heart health and more. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition, on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, wherever and however you may be listening or viewing, and whatever you may be doing. Visit letstalknutrition.com and you can watch the show. My guest today will be Dr. Marita Schauch. And I'm going to bring Dr. Marita on right away. I want to implicate her in the story that I'm reporting on. Dr. Schauch, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You always hold your breath with me, don't you? You never know.
What's he going to ask me this morning?
Do you cook? Do you cook?
Do I cook? I love to cook, yes.
Do you? Oh, okay. So you spend time in the kitchen?
I do.
Okay. When you cook, do you use a cutting board?
I do.
What kind is it?
It's a wooden cutting board.
A wooden one. Okay. Do you use a towel when you cook? When you wash your hands to wipe your hands off and whatever, and preparing food, you have a towel that you use as well?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any sponges in the kitchen by the sink?
I think I know where this is going.
Just answer the questions. Be a good student. Do you have any sponges in the kitchen?
Yes.
Uh-huh. So, have you ever been cooking in the kitchen and your husband calls you on the cell phone or somebody calls you on the cell phone and you answer it?
Yep.
Okay. So far, every one of those items are sources of contamination. Turns out, I know. Listen to this. Check this out. I know you wanted to talk about the thyroid, but we'll get there. This study, it's an interesting study. I just sent John, one of my technical producers, the full study, the link for it. It's called Consumer Food Handling Practices Lead to Cross-Contamination. Interesting experiment that they did. They had two groups. The control group did not receive the experimental treatment. The experimental treatment, of course, group did receive the treatment. And what the treatment was that they got an education program, right? And the education program was there to teach them about how to cook in the kitchen without cross-contaminating. And apparently that worked because they did better. And then they videotaped them. And then they saw them doing all sorts of things, using their cell phone, using the towel to wash their hands, dry them off, and then continue to use the towel throughout the cooking process that has already been contaminated, and then keep cross-contaminating. If you're watching the show, there's the first page of the full study. And they mentioned the cell phone use. People bring their cell phone into the kitchen. In fact, even use it. Stephen mentioned that, in fact, some people use a cell phone to get the recipes while they're cooking and handling the cell phone.
Oh, yeah, they'll use, actually, I'm guilty of this. They use the iPad.
Oh, they mentioned that. Exactly. And that thing has got, more germs on it. I mean, yeah. So there you go. So tonight when you go home and cook, you're going to wear a hazmat suit. Oh my God. But the towel in this experiment was the most contaminated surface. And how many people, Dr. Schauch, they'll use that towel, fold it up and put it on the rack for the next day.
Oh, I know. Or use it to, wipe down the counter. Or, I'm just going to use this to, wipe this little bit of food off. And then it just sits there. Mm-hmm.
And then the sponge, one of the recommendations that they, from the study, was that do not use sponges. They highly recommend not to use sponges in the kitchen.
Because they absorb too many bacteria?
Yeah. I mean, think about it. Right? And people use sponges for weeks and months. What else did they say? They said, think like a microbiologist when you're cooking. Anytime you're handling food, they said, especially if it's raw meat product, you have to slow down and think about where contamination exists. A Dr. Phoebus said, don't feel like you and your family are invincible because these diseases can have drastic and deadly effects. Cross-contamination is not an elementary thing. You need to put thought into it and try to improve, end quote. So I wanted to bring it up. It's a little different spin on nutrition and diet and food and whatnot, but just trying to help people not get sick,
Well, it's something that probably a lot of people aren't aware of, and they've been doing it for years.
I know. So,
and they don't think about all the bacteria because they think, oh, well, it's the kitchen, right? It's where I prepare food. I guess a lot of people don't think about all the bacteria that's brewing.
In some cases, the people's bathrooms are more sanitary than their kitchen because they go to extraordinary means to clean the bathroom, but not so much in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So true.
So next time you'll be cooking and you'll your husband or somebody will be in the kitchen with you, and you say, wait a second. I was on a talk show the other day, so you shouldn't do that. So you can blame it on me. That way you won't catch, heck for it. How you been?
Really good. How have you been?
Nobody ever asks. I don't know what to say. I'm doing okay. All things considered, I'm doing okay. You know what I mean? There's always 8 pots, 4 burner stove. That's how I'm doing. So you wanted to talk about the thyroid.
Yes, I wanted to talk about the thyroid because it's one of those topics that, is affecting so many of my patients. Obviously, more women than men, but men are affected as well. And the issue too is that there's so many. They're finding that there's so many undiagnosed low thyroid cases that even people that are even mildly or subclinical low thyroid can actually have some pretty serious health consequences in regards to affecting other health other systems in the body.
We'll get into this, and some people probably listening, maybe many, are saying, well, I don't have anything wrong with my thyroid. If you're watching the show, I have my anatomy and physiology book on camera, and you'll even see some of my notes on there probably, and you'll see an image of the thyroid, an actual image. There's a real thyroid there, photograph of a real thyroid, and you'll see it looks like a butterfly. Yeah, how about that? We'll talk about that little thyroid and its potential.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit takesolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
Did you know that the most common form of calcium supplement today is calcium carbonate, also known as limestone? You don't eat rocks as part of your balanced diet, so why would you choose to supplement your bone health nutritional needs with limestone? Our bodies understand and seek whole food sources of nutrition. New Chapter is proud to deliver Bone Strength Take Care, a calcium complex that delivers key bone health nutrients in the form of whole food, not rocks. Bone Strength Take Care also delivers key bone-nourishing nutrients, including vitamins D3 and K2. Vitamin K2 is of critical importance as it ensures calcium is placed in the bone where it's needed and stays out of the arteries where it's not. Discover for yourself the whole food bone health alternative to rocks. Bone Strength Take Care, the best-selling natural bone health supplement in America. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Did you know your digestive tract is home to millions of bacteria? Some good, some not so good. And if you want to stay healthy, it's important to make sure that your body is populated with the good bacteria it needs. Probiotic Defense contains 13 of today's most effective friendly bacteria strains, along with other compounds shown in studies to support healthy digestion and immune system function. Don't settle for low-potency, overpriced formulas. Ask for Now Foods Probiotic Defense with the bright orange label. To find a retailer near you, go to nowfoods.com.
What are you doing this month? If you suffer from stiff joints, you can do something special. You could try new Flex Now Joint Formula. Flex Now offers you complete relief in just 1 month or a complete refund. Flex Now is a unique concentration of shea nut triterpenes, the most potent inflammation fighter of any botanical. And it's only when inflammation is reduced that your body begins to heal. Try new Flex Now Joint Formula and make this the month you get rid of stiff joints. Ask for Flex Now at Vitamin Discount Center and other leading natural product stores.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Hi, I'm Kate. I try to eat a healthy diet, but the irony of eating healthy foods, like broccoli or beans, is that even though they're healthy for us, they can still cause occasional digestive upsets. That's why I take a Digest Smart high-potency enzyme with every meal. Digest Smart is from Renew Life, the digestive care experts. It's the first digestive enzyme certified by Izyme, the International Enzyme Testing Program. Each capsule provides a full spectrum of 25 powerful plant-based raw enzymes to break down each major food group, including carbs, fats, proteins, and fiber. Digest Smart enzymes also feature targeted delivery capsules to reach your intestines, where 90% of digestion occurs. Digest Smart promotes more complete breakdown of the foods you eat and optimizes nutrient availability. Plus, it helps ease digestive upsets and supports your overall digestive health. Now that's really smart. Digest Smart is from the makers of Ultimate Flora Probiotics, and both are available in health food stores everywhere.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Natural Factors, where great health begins. Right Way Nutrition. Nutrition the right way. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. Dr. Marita Schauch, educator for Natural Factors, is my guest. Dr. Schauch is a practicing naturopathic physician in British Columbia. Are you at home or are you on the road?
I'm at home.
For a change. And I suppose it's not snowing there. Winter has now passed. You're moving into spring up there, yes?
Oh, yes. We've been in spring mode for probably the last month.
Really?
Month and a half. We've had a very, very mild winter.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, Friday will be the first day of spring, just as a reminder to everybody. So, you know, it's a time of rebirth and trying to start fresh and so on. That's nice. We'll talk about that on Friday. Dr. Schauch, you wanted to talk about the thyroid. Probably a lot of people listening saying, I don't have anything wrong with my thyroid. I don't need to listen to this show. Make your best case as to why maybe they might want to listen, even though they think there's nothing wrong with their thyroid.
Well, I think when we look at thyroid disease, there's a lot of people, and I notice this in my clinical practice, that are kind of just sitting on the edge, and we call that subclinical hypothyroidism. So, you know, although your test results may actually show that you're normal, you might actually be exhibiting like a low-grade, low thyroid functioning. And it's really interesting. One of my colleagues sent me a research study that evaluated this, and also just showed that there are, I think they were saying about 17 million of people in the population of the United States that have undiagnosed thyroid disease. So basically they're walking around thinking everything's fine, or they might not be feeling great, but they actually have a low-grade subclinical thyroid condition, specifically to low thyroid. But what was really interesting in the study that I read was they were looking at people that maybe were diagnosed with low thyroid and that were on medication, and they actually found that even the people that were on medication only 60% of them were actually in the normal range for thyroid hormone levels, which means that of those of the 100%, only like 40% of them weren't even in like the right range for normal, healthy thyroid functioning, even though they were on medication. So, so this conversation applies to obviously people that are maybe on low thyroid medications such as Synthroid, and we're going to talk about like really how to evaluate your lab results, what to ask your doctor for, but it also applies to people that might be thinking, oh, well, maybe I do have low thyroid, I'm not sure. Some of the symptoms, of low thyroid are obviously fatigue, and I see that a lot, and more people are experiencing chronic fatigue. Other conditions that are associated with low thyroid are infertility, depression, constipation, dry skin, thinning hair, difficulty losing weight. So, there's a lot of these symptoms that, the majority of people are suffering with, and they're not quite sure why, and their doctors just haven't been able to figure it out.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned hypothyroidism, then there's also hyperthyroidism. We'll talk about that. They're different, roughly different statistics, but roughly I see that there are around 30 million Americans. I don't know how many Canadians, but 30 million Americans have a thyroid disorder. And they mentioned in this one article that about 15 million, half, are silent sufferers who are undiagnosed, according to the American Association of Clinical Endocrinologists. And they point out, and I've read this many times, and I know you know this, you see it in your practice, women are more susceptible to thyroid disorders. In fact, this one article was talking about women being as much as 10 times as likely as men to have a thyroid problem. Why do you think that is? Do we know?
I have some theories.
What's one plausible hypothesis that you have?
I think one of the theories is it kind of relates back to adrenal function and then related back to hormone function. But I think with regards to how women are affected by stress, because we know that adrenal function, so your stress glands, if your body is undergoes a lot of stress, then it definitely does affect low thyroid.
Mm-hmm.
And our hormones are a lot more, there's a lot more going on with regards to our hormones because of our monthly menstrual cycle, because we hit perimenopause and menopause, so our hormones fluctuate a lot more throughout our lifetime, which I think also has a huge bearing on thyroid health.
And what's interesting, the thyroid has a number of functions. One, the thyroid helps regulate, it's a regulator, a manager of body temperature, metabolism, heartbeat, and so on. This particular endocrine gland certainly is implicated in some important physiological functions of the body. No doubt about it. Just take metabolism, for example. So this is interesting, and the thyroid does get implicated with the fight or with the stress response, does it not?
Oh, absolutely. It's standard in my practice that every woman that comes into my office, I test their thyroid function and I test their thyroid function, because the two are so often linked. Most often, low thyroid function can cause low thyroid function.
Mm-hmm. And if you're under a lot of stress, you can, and that thyroid is always kicked in. It doesn't serve it well, right?
Oh, absolutely. And what happens is if you think about the whole fight or flight response, and we're pumping out all those stress hormones to help our body deal with that imminent danger, the body's not going to be sending energy to non-vital systems. For example, the thyroid gland or the digestive system or the immune system, right? It's going to be sending, energy to like the heart, because of that whole fight or flight response.
The brain, the heart.
Your blood pressure's going to. Yeah, exactly. So all the other non-vital areas, they're not going to get that energy support. So what often happens is the immune system isn't as strong to deal with fighting infection, or the body's inflammatory response is lowered. The body's, the thyroid's ability to produce thyroid hormones to control your metabolic rate is greatly diminished. So a lot of those things can happen during chronic stress. And that's why, like 99% of the time, I'm never really treating the thyroid gland on its own. I'm always investigating, the root cause, which if stress is a factor, you can't just treat the thyroid. You actually have to treat a step back and treat, the cause, which would be the adrenal function as well.
877-897-8255. 877-897-TALK. You're listening to Dr. Marita's show. She's an educator for natural factors. And we're going to talk about your thyroid and how your own health may be affected by it, and you may not even know it.
during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom.
Get ready to get healthy. Get ready to get fit. Get ready to take charge of your health. Get ready to listen, learn, and live healthier because your health is your wealth. It's time for some information and inspiration. It's time to talk about health and nutrition. Nutrition for your body, for your mind, for your spirit. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, supplementation for when you don't. Let's Talk Nutrition. Scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Daily prizes and giveaways. Follow Dr. Garko on Twitter at Dr. Garko and on Facebook at facebook.com/Dr. Michael Garko. Now, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
And we're back, and I'm glad you are too. And if you just joined in, thanks for stopping by. And I hope your day is going well and your health as well. I know it's a major challenge and task. I understand. I'm right there with you. I got to go through the same things you do, struggle and strain to find a way to do the right thing. I know. It's okay. We'll get it done. Small wins. That's I love that concept. I believe in that principle. Small wins. I look for small wins. I don't care what it is. Instead of eating the Snickers, you pick up an apple. That's a small win. The earth isn't going to open. The heavens aren't going to part because you did it. But it's a small win, and it counts. And that's what you keep doing. You look for the small wins. Small wins accumulate into big wins eventually, and I know that. So do you. Speaking of small wins, we're going to be this show is being syndicated as we speak across the United States, and we're in a lot of different markets now. Some large, some small, a lot in between. Doesn't make any difference to me how big, how small. Every listener is important. I can't make the formal announcement, but we just added, we're adding, the contracts need to be signed, but we just added another market. I'll give you a hint. The scenery and the weather there is fabulous. And I tell you, it's fabulous. And there's a volcano or two around. There's the hints. So I'll let you know when I get the actual final word and I can make the formal announcement. I'm excited because we used to be in that market before. Now we're back. Can't wait. We recently added some new markets too. I don't know if you remember. There's a place called Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin. I think the 20,000 people live in that town, if I'm not mistaken. And there's a radio station there called WFHR 1320 AM. We're on that station. Turns out that there is a health store there too. It's called Family Natural Foods. In fact, I had a chance to speak with one of the owners. If you're watching the show, we have a picture, an image of the Family Natural Foods up on the screen. It's Wisconsin's health food choice, it says. This is a three or four generations in the family, this store. If you go to their website, there's some interesting, go to their gallery, you'll see some interesting photos of when that store started way back when. I don't know if today, maybe tomorrow. I think maybe one of the owners will call in and we'll give them talk with them a little bit. And I encourage retailers to do that. If you're an owner of a health store and you listen to this show, you play it in your, many do. Many health stores will play the show in their stores. I remember I was at a trade show. I was at Expo West and I was walking through the Anaheim Auditorium and I heard, "Hey, Dr. Garko." And I looked around, I'm looking, and then I see this group of people sitting on the over off to the side gathered around, and I walked over, and the guy introduces himself. He said, he said he was from, I don't know where he was, from, Alabama, Georgia, someplace. And he said, I recognized your voice. I heard you talking as you were walking, and I recognized your voice. I said, you did? He said, oh, yeah. I hear you. I listen to you every day, and we play you in our store. When your show is on the air, we broadcast it into the store. So many retailers will do that. And if you're a retailer and you listen to this show, even if you don't listen, you happen to be listening now, call in and chime in with what we're talking about. I can tell you that, like Dr. Marita's show, she visits many retail stores. Have you ever been to Rapids, Wisconsin, or Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin? Have you ever been there, Dr. Show?
I don't believe I've been there.
Yeah. Apparently, I don't know how many health stores are in that town, but I suspect that that's probably the main health store in that town. And
I've been to Wisconsin, but I haven't been to that specific town.
Yeah, it's called Family Natural Foods. I know you travel. I mean, you go and you give lectures in these different health stores, right?
Oh, I do. I travel all over North America.
Mm-hmm. At least you don't have to cook. To go back to where we started, and you don't have to worry about any cross-contamination in your kitchen, right? You see, that's what comedians do. They lay out a theme, and then there's a term for that, and then they loop it back around again later in the. Listen, I just didn't get up yesterday. We know what.
But it's a good reminder. I'm glad you opened the show with that because it is a really good reminder.
Yeah, so now you can start giving instructions to your family when they're cooking in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And blame it on me. Say, Dr. Garko said you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. It's by your way of telling them that you shouldn't do this or do that. Yesterday,
but it makes common sense, though, you know?
Yeah, well, sometimes common sense is pretty uncommon. Yesterday, I had a theme on the show. I wish you were around. The theme, I was on solo, and the theme was eating and drinking our way into ill health and disease. Is there a way out? The title should have been Eating and Drinking Our Way into Ill Health, Disease, and Early Death. Is there a way out? There's a study that, we'll get back to the thyroid here in a second. A study came out this morning out of King's College, Dr. Show. And what they found in the study was that men and women, not children, these are people later in life, who adapted their daily diet to meet the United Kingdom. This was an English study. United Kingdom dietary guidelines. What happened to those people? Well, they reduced their risk of a heart attack or a stroke by 33%.
Wow.
They put them on a modified diet where they ate fish once a week, more fruits and vegetables, and they replaced the refined with whole grain cereals. They swapped out high-fat dairy products and meats for low-fat alternatives, and they restricted their intake of added sugar and salt. Little things, little small wins. Again, small wins. Oh, no, that does sound like a lot. And they were able to make a major contribution to their cardiovascular health. This study was published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. And these were adults. They were 40 to 70 years of age. So change can happen at later in life, can it? Can it not?
Oh, absolutely. I think, that's something that, I talk to my patients about every day as we do a lot of lifestyle and diet counseling. And, if they're coming in and they're saying, oh, I've just been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, my blood pressure's through the roof, my cholesterol's really high, my doctor wants to put me on all these medications, and they're like, is there any hope? Like, can I really, reverse these things? I always say, absolutely, if you can make some small changes, like I'm not saying cut everything out, but making some small changes, like looking at the refined sugars, increasing your fruits and veggies, good lean protein, it can go a really, really long way for some of these people. And if it can prevent them from obviously having a cardiovascular event or having to go on a lot of these medications that have a ton of side effects, little by little, people start feeling really, really good. And, these small changes actually become permanent lifestyle choices, which is so amazing for me to see, because it means that,
Right.
I've done a good job and I've relayed that message. But yeah, I mean, lifestyle and diet and making, good, positive food choices is a really good start with regards to preventing a lot of chronic disease that's going around.
Sure enough. Mr. Voss, age 56, presented at the emergency room with a bunch of symptoms. I'm going to tell you what those are. See if this sounds familiar, and it'll get to our theme.
Exclusively from Natural Factors.
I'm Dr. Michael Murray. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to talk with you about PGX, a truly revolutionary natural product that works perfectly to help get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult. PGX is a clinically proven way to help people to achieve their ideal body weight that is safe and natural. PGX leads to a dramatic reduction in the glycemic index of any food or meal. It also ultimately causes the release of compounds that achieve two important goals in weight loss. One, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and two, improving the action of the hormone insulin. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, it's not your fault. You just need the tremendous support that PGX can provide. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, please go to pgx.com.
Feel tired, lethargic, or millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit takesolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. Garden of Life, empowering extraordinary health. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Flexin, the joint health experts. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Okay, so there's this man. His name is Mr. Voss. He's 56. He presents at the emergency room department. He complains he has abdominal pain, hot flashes. Oh, yeah, men get hot flashes. Rapid heartbeat. And he says, I feels like I'm going to jump out of my skin. He says he's nervous. He's having problems sleeping. He's lost weight. He's also very tremulous, if you will, and denies any recent illness. Past medical history reveals asthma, controlled with a leukotriene antagonist and a rescue beta-2 agonist. That's for the doctors in the group. And the cardiac monitor shows atrial fibrillation with an uncontrolled ventricular response of 130 beats per minute. His blood pressure is 90/60. His respiration is 24, and his temperature is 101. Okay, quiz, Dr. Show. From what does the man... So from what does Mr. Voss suffer? If you had to guess. I'll give you...
If we're talking about the theme of today's show...
Yeah, it would be his thyroid.
This is some kind of thyroid issue, yeah.
Yeah, there's a Mrs. And I'm going to give attribution. I went to a website. It's called Dimensions of Critical Care Nursing, and I'm giving them attribution. They also cite a Mrs. Smith. She's 60. She complains of depression, weight gain, fatigue for the past 6 months. It has something to do with her husband. She's gained weight despite a diet and exercise program. Her last physical exam a year ago showed elevated blood pressure at 140/90, increased cholesterol, and a thyroid-stimulating hormone, THS, level at the upper end of normal. That one's easy. She's got a thyroid issue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you think there are a lot of people walking around with a thyroid disorder or a problem of one sort, and they don't even know it. Is that what you're thinking?
Oh, definitely. You know, I hear over and over again women that come in exactly that picture that you just presented of that woman, and I'll ask them, I'll say, oh, have you had your thyroid checked? Because that's just standard. And they'll say, oh, well, my thyroid was checked, but, you know, my doctor said everything is normal. And I always request those blood tests be sent to me because often, like you were talking about, the upper limits of a TSH value, which is called thyroid-stimulating hormone. So the thyroid-stimulating hormone is actually produced in the pituitary gland in the brain, and it sends the signal to the thyroid gland to produce thyroid hormones, T4 and T3, that do all the work, like control metabolism and make sure that, you know, the body's functioning as it should. Now, what happens is if the TSH value is too high, that indicates that the thyroid's not functioning properly. It's not able to produce those very, very important and critical thyroid hormones, which are the T4 and T3. T3 is actually the more critical of the two. But the TSH is often the test that most doctors will do to see and assess where the thyroid is. Now, the issue is that the TSH value, like lab value, when you get it tested by your doctor, the reference range is quite large. And I know that they've actually reduced the reference range, but it's still, I think it's still fairly large. For example, the reference range is 0.38. It used to be 5.5, but now they've shrunk it down to like 4.2 to 4.5. But what a lot of my colleagues and I find that, you know, if people have their TSH value even at, say, 4 or 3.5 or even, you know, 3 for that matter, they will still have a lower functioning thyroid gland. So we're looking for optimal levels of TSH values. So we're looking actually for that value to be below 2. So that's what I tell my patients to look for. If your doctor has tested your TSH, and it'll look like that on your labs, it'll just say TSH, you want to look for your TSH to be below 2, closer to 1, 1.5 for a very, very healthy and optimally functioning thyroid gland.
case you're wondering, your thyroid is a butterfly-shaped, it's an interesting-looking piece of anatomy. It's butterfly-shaped, and it's located inferior to your larynx, your voice, inferior meaning below your voice box. It has a right and left lobe. They're called lateral lobes, and they're connected. One's on each side of the trachea, and then they're connected by this structure called isthmus, which is anterior means in front of, anterior to your trachea. That thyroid, it sort of wraps around that trachea, right?
Yes, it absolutely does. And some people will find, like I've noticed, that sometimes if the thyroid's not functioning very well, some people will notice that their thyroid gland gets a little bit swollen, or, a lot of times in a physical exam, I will palpate the thyroid to make sure that there aren't any nodules or cysts, or it's feeling enlarged in any way, because that can indicate an underlying thyroid issue as well.
Mm-hmm. So you meant you use hypothyroid, where the thyroid is underperforming, hypothyroid, where the thyroid is overperforming. As a physician, if you had a choice, would you rather have a patient with a hypothyroid condition or a hyperthyroid condition? Which one's easier to treat?
Definitely the hypo, so lower functioning.
Really?
Thyroid.
Really?
Well, hyperthyroid, it's very rare. Like I'm just trying to think. I think I've seen like one
really
case of it in my practice, and I've been in practice for 10 years. Because what happens is most often people with a hyperthyroid, so a higher hyper-functioning thyroid gland, most often they've already been treated conventionally, so they've either had their thyroid eradicated or removed. So they've been sent into hypo.
Why are doctors?
So after the fact?
Okay, yeah, the cleanup crew. Why do doctors? And you can answer this on the other side of the messages. Why are they so inclined to take that out right away? The thyroid. We'll be right back.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essential Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to improve even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good look. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the result. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Over the past 60 years, I have prescribed and been introduced to countless health therapies from around the world. I formulated Medici Plus, a natural remedy with high amounts of vitamin C and lysine for maintaining strong bones, cartilage, teeth, and gums, and aiding in collagen formation. Now in my 90s, Medici Plus is my insurance for the maintenance of good health. Make Medici Plus a part of your daily health routine too.
Available at health food stores and specialty pharmacies.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no farther than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation so you can get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace for healthy sleep naturally.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. We're halfway through this portion of the show. My guest is Dr. Marita Schauch from Natural Factors, educator for Natural Factors. We're always delighted to have her on the show. She's a practicing physician and naturopathic physician in British Columbia, and in her practice, she often is treating patients with some sort of thyroid issue. And as a naturopath, are you able to write prescriptions in British Columbia?
Yes, I am.
And do you?
I do. We're actually the only province in Canada right now where they allow naturopathic physicians to write prescriptions. So I will fill my patients, like I'll do refills.
Mm-hmm.
If they need current medications refilled. I have prescribed antibiotics in very, very isolated incidences, for example, like pneumonia or strep throat. And then I will use desiccated thyroid in some cases. But for the most part, I try to use, herbs and vitamins and minerals to help with thyroid issues or stress or other health concerns that my patients might come in with.
What level or degree of success have you had in using nutraceuticals, that is, dietary supplements, to treat thyroid dysfunction?
Pretty good success, actually. Combined with lifestyle and diet, I've had really good success with thyroid function because with regards to thyroid function and thyroid hormones, there are some very important nutrients that the thyroid relies on in order to produce their thyroid hormones and for it to function optimally. So one is iodine. So for a lower functioning thyroid gland, iodine is needed to manufacture both T4 and T3 hormones. A lot of people are iodine deficient. There's also an amino acid called tyrosine that's also a very important component of both T4 and T3 thyroid hormones. There's herbs, for example, like ashwagandha, which is an Ayurvedic herb that's very good for nourishing the stress response and adrenal function, but it actually also has been shown to support thyroid function, so the conversion of T4 into more of the bioactive and bioavailable form of thyroid hormone T3. So there's one product that I like to use in my clinical practice. I actually use a lot of the Women's Sense Natural Factors line, and one of the products is called ThyroSense, and I use that quite often for my patients that suffer from that sort of low-grade, low thyroid disease, or if they've even been diagnosed with low thyroid and say they're on low thyroid medication, maybe the medication's not working as well. I've used it as an adjunct as well, using the ThyroSense.
And how long does it typically take before you start to see some improvement when using nutraceuticals from Natural Factors for the thyroid, the ThyroSense and whatnot?
That's a really great question, and I get that question a lot from patients. How long is it going to take before I'm going to feel better? It really depends case by case. But on average, my patients will start to notice a shift within the first 2 to 4 weeks, I'd probably say.
Not bad. That's pretty good.
But it depends on what's going on with them as well. It depends on if they decide to make really good dietary choices. It depends if they're, eating well, they're drinking enough water, they're exercising. I often will combine the ThyroSense with, we talked at the beginning of the show about how important adrenal function is with regards to thyroid function. So I often combine the ThyroSense with another really, really amazing adrenal formula called Adrenosense. So it's all herbs, very gentle. So they actually work very complementary to each other, using the Adrenosense with the ThyroSense. So I often combine both of those for my patients that suffer from low thyroid, because often, as I mentioned before, there's always an underlying adrenal issue that can be causing the thyroid problem in the first place.
Mm-hmm. And you hear Dr. Schauch mention, she says T3 and T4, and you might be wondering, T3, T4. Let me tell you why she's just saying T3 and T4. T3 is triiodothyronen. T4 is tetraiodothyronen. Right. If you had to say that every time, we would never get through the show. So it's T3 and T4. T4 that's also known as thyroxine, isn't it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And the thyroid produces those two hormones, yes?
Yes, we produce more of the T4 thyroid hormone, but our body naturally converts T4 into T3, which is the more bioactive form. But what happens is there are things that block that conversion, and that's why a lot of times people do suffer with low thyroid symptoms, because they're not producing enough of the actually more bioactive form, which is the T3. So things that block that conversion, and I know we're not going to get into it in this show, but, environmental toxins, so, like xenoestrogens, estrogen dominance, BPA, plastics, pesticides, that can have a huge bearing on thyroid function as well. And then, high cortisol, so from stress, that can block that conversion as well. So you're not making as much of the T3, which is the thyroid hormone that's needed for healthy thyroid function.
Right.
So there's a lot of things when you look at the underlying root causes of why people are having thyroid disease. Those are two of the concerns that I will investigate in my clinical practice when somebody comes in with a thyroid issue.
And in case you're wondering, say, well, okay, why are these thyroid hormones so important? I'll just sketch this for you. Your thyroid hormones increase your basal metabolic rate. What is that, you might ask? BMR. That's the rate of oxygen consumption under standard or basal conditions, awake, at rest, or fasting, your basal metabolic rate. Another thing that it does, it helps in the regulation of metabolism. Your thyroid hormones will stimulate the making of protein synthesis, and it will increase the use of glucose and fatty acids for what? ATP production. What's ATP? You hear me say it on a show. I mean, no ATP, you die. To blink an eye or to move a piece of furniture, you need ATP. That's the energy. Thyroid hormones enhance what they call, Dr. Show knows, catecholamines, which are norepinephrine, epinephrine, which get implicated in hyperthyroidism, where you have increased heart rate, forceful heartbeats, increased blood pressure, so things can get out of whack. And together with growth hormone and insulin, thyroid hormones accelerate body growth, right? That's what happens when you're growing and so on. So deficiency of thyroid hormone, like when you're fetal development, infancy, or childhood, causes all kinds of issues. Severe mental retardation, stunted bone growth, and so on. You start to get the picture here of how important that thyroid is.
Coenzyme Q10 is a powerful antioxidant nutrient. It protects against free radical damage, supports heart function, energy production, and immune response. Aging reduces our ability to absorb CoQ10 from our diet, so supplementing with a highly absorbable form of CoQ10 is the first step to ensuring optimal levels in the body. Secondly, typical CoQ10 supplements are in a ubiquinone or non-reduced form. For the body to use that type of CoQ10, it must first convert it to ubiquinol, or the reduced form. QH Absorb is Gero Formula's highly absorbable and bioavailable CoQ10 supplement. Not only is QH Absorb more absorbable than traditional CoQ10 supplements, but as ubiquinol, it's already in a reduced bioavailable form. Your body can use QH Absorb without having to do any conversion work. Ask specifically for Gero Formula's QH Absorb at your favorite vitamin retailer. For more information on QH Absorb, go to Gero.com. That's JARROW for the best and highly absorbable bioavailable CoQ10 supplements.
Hi, I'm Kate. When I asked my health food store to recommend a natural solution to improve my digestive health, they suggested their best-selling probiotic, Ultimate Flora Critical Care. It has 50 billion live probiotic cultures in every capsule. I was surprised to learn that a poor diet, aging, and even stress can deplete our bodies of billions of good bacteria. That's why I take one Ultimate Flora Critical Care probiotic a day to help maintain my digestive balance, support my immune health, and help keep me regular. And my mother takes Ultimate Flora Senior Formula. It's formulated to help adults 50 and older maintain good digestive health too. It's the Ultimate Flora difference that sold me. Each high-potency, once-daily formula includes strains that are scientifically studied for their specific health benefits. Plus, the delayed-release capsules protect the probiotics from harsh stomach acid. Ultimate Flora probiotics are available at health food stores everywhere. From Renew Life, the digestive care experts.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971. And we believe integrity should always be our number one ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Xenia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Xenia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Xenia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Xenia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Xenia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, collagen, and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you are strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Xenia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Xenia by name. Start taking Xenia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
Are you waking up each day to the life you have to live or to the life you want to live? Better health shouldn't be left to chance. Smart choices to living longer and stronger include making Kyolic aged garlic extract a part of your daily routine. For years, medical researchers have recommended adding Kyolic to the diet as a powerful tool to enhancing overall heart and immune health. Recent clinical studies at UCLA Medical Center using Kyolic suggest that garlic may slow plaque formation in the arteries and support healthy cholesterol and homocysteine levels. Previous research also shows Kyolic may enhance your immune system defenses. Kyolic is organic, odorless, and the only antioxidant garlic supplement available worldwide. Maintaining a healthier you could extend your life. Your wellness begins with Kyolic aged garlic extract, available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold. Visit kyolic.com, that's KYOLIC.com, or call 1-800-421-2998 for a free sample today.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Natural Factors, where great health begins. Right Way Nutrition. Nutrition the right way. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Here's the LTN health question of the day. If you have the correct answer, you'll win a $25 supplement gift card. No matter where you live, how you may be listening to the show or viewing it, we don't care. We'll do that. We'll get that gift card to you, and they'll give you instructions how to get your gift card and get your supplements with it. Here's the question. Earlier in the show, I reported on a study. They did an experiment. And in the experiment, they had a control group. They didn't do anything with the control group. You never do. You just leave them alone. And then they had the experimental group. The experimental group got a little bit of instruction on how to cook in the kitchen and not contaminate yourself and the food and then, end up killing yourself or getting yourself sick. And so they videotaped these people. Here's the question. After it was all said and done, which of the following items was the worst contamination hazard? Was it A, the sponges, B, towels, or C, cutting boards? In this experiment, which one ended up being the most contaminated, or the most contamination hazard, if you will? The sponges, the towels, or the cutting boards? 877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK. That's a toll-free number. Give a call, answer the question, get it right, win the card. Easy. Welcome back, Dr. Show.
Thank you.
So, we did this a little bit ago, but I just want to make sure. You talked about how, if somebody has a thyroid dysfunction, when they go to the doctor, what do they ask the doctor to test? What lab does the doctor order?
So if I'm going to send my patient to the lab to get a full thyroid panel, what you really want to ask for is not just the TSH, which is the standard test for thyroid function, the thyroid stimulating hormone, but you actually want to ask for the essentially the thyroid hormones, so the T4 and the T3, because you can test both of those through the blood as well. We didn't really get into too much about autoimmune diseases.
No.
For example, Hashimoto's and Graves' disease. But, you know, those two conditions, especially Hashimoto's thyroiditis, which is an autoimmune low thyroid condition, is becoming a lot more apparent in my clinical practice. So I also add on the thyroid antibodies. So that is part of the complete thyroid function panel. So TSH, T4, T3, thyroid antibodies, and then some doctors will actually test another thyroid. It's actually sort of a bad thyroid hormone called reverse T3. I'm not sure. You've probably heard of reverse T3 before. Not all labs will do it, but it's usually reverse T3 will take away from producing your actual healthy T3 levels.
I see.
You want healthy T3. You don't want high levels of reverse T3 because it's more of a toxic thyroid hormone.
So if a person is experiencing, give the symptoms for hypothyroidism. What are the classic signs and symptoms?
So classic signs and symptoms of low thyroid are fatigue, difficulty losing weight. You might be, eating really well, exercising. You can't lose weight. Cold intolerance, so people that are feeling cold all the time, their hair might be thinning, their nails might be brittle, infertility, depression, constipation. Those are typical signs and symptoms of low thyroid.
Okay. Let's go to Beaufort, Georgia. And Randall, welcome to the show. It's great to have you on. Randall, how are you today?
I'm doing fine. Great to speak with you, Dr. Garko. Calling in regards to your question that you have, I cook quite a bit in the kitchen, and I believe this is correct. I am answering the cutting board is the dirtiest.
You think? Yeah. You see, I would have picked. Well, I can't tell you what I would have picked because I want. Well, I would have picked because we already. That's not the answer. I would have picked sponges. That would have been the wrong answer too. Cutting board. It's not the cutting board. Interestingly,
it's not.
No, not in this study. It turned out.
Wow.
We already have a winner, so I'll give the answer. The answer was the towel. The towels ended up being contributing to a lot of cross-contamination during the cooking process, which is interesting, isn't it? And you know, Randall, some people will use that towel and then they'll fold it up and put it on the rack and then use it the next day, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, how are you listening to the show in Beaufort?
I am listening through iHeartRadio.
Oh, excellent! And we moved into Georgia. We're in that market now, pretty strong, and we're continuing to syndicate, and we're heavy through the South for sure. So we're delighted. Where is Beaufort, by the way?
About 25 miles northeast of Atlanta.
Okay, so you go into the city a lot, I'm sure, and go into Atlanta.
I do.
Yeah, well, listen, we really appreciate you listening. I'm sorry you didn't win today, but don't let that stop you from ever calling me again.
No worries whatsoever. I appreciate the information for the hypothyroidism. It's great, and my wife is taking the actual formula that you're referring to, talking about today.
Oh, well, good. From Natural Factors. Excellent.
Absolutely. Yeah, Thyroid Sense.
ThyroSense, exactly.
Yes.
All right, Randall, thank you so much, man. Have a wonderful day. What's left for it down there for you, and please spread the word. And let's go to Tampa, Florida. Mary Jo, so what's the answer?
Hi, Dr. Gargo. I believe it's towels.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it is amazing. I notice how, like, my grandchildren will get a towel, and they'll just wipe their hands with it and just throw it on the floor, and then they just pick it back up and put it up.
Yeah, what's worse yet, when they blow their nose in it.
Well, no, they haven't done that yet. No, I'll discard it then for sure. That hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, we're into a reality around here.
Right, that's right.
Congratulations, you won a $25 supplement gift card. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Garko.
Thank you, and thank you for listening. Dr. Schauch, welcome back. You know, kids they blow their nose in a towel and they put it back up on the counter. Nobody knows that they did that. You come along and wash your hands and wipe your hands with the towel.
Oh, no.
I know. This is reality radio. Thyroid.
Interesting, though. I would have picked the sponge too.
I would have picked the sponge, but in this experiment, it ended up being the towel. So, Thyroid Sense is the product. Another one from Natural Factors would be
the Adrenosense. So I often combine the Adrenosense with the Thyroid Sense. It just makes the thyroid work that much better.
Do that because your health is your wealth.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace.